What's going on, guys? Chase, Ghost Picks Against Spread, GhostPicksATS.com, coming to you for Thursday, July the 12th, 2018. Hope everyone had a great Wednesday. We're past hump day, getting towards the weekend, so anybody on that work grind all week, looking forward to a profitable weekend and some fun. Let's get geared up for a good Thursday, guys. Never stop the grind. If you're just living for the weekend, reevaluate what you're doing, find something that you love to do. I love what I do, so even though we work 20 hours a day, between what I do here full time and other investments that I make in business endeavors that I do, every day that I wake up and blessed to be able to hustle and grind is a great day. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, don't get me wrong, it's great to recharge and spend some time with the family and just disconnect, but I never dread getting up and hustling every day. So guys, just keep in mind, the hustle is always the most important, and the grind should never stop. So let's continue that grind. Let's go over a recap. Let's get you on a free play winner, a premium play yet again. And going to give you another lean. This is going to be on a big marquee matchup for Thursday night. So we'll do that. And I'm going to go over a one-day only promo that I'm going to run. We'll get into that in just a second. Let's go over a little recap. So free play for Wednesday did not come through. Apologize for that. Had the Brewers, had them on the run line, and that put it at minus 110. So I was not willing to lay the minus 170 juice. With the way that the Brewers have been kind of flaky here the past couple of weeks, and I don't like to lay heavy juice. So there are some people out there that say that that's what I do. That's just not a fact. Yes, I have played some heavy favorites before, but we always play the smart end of the card. So anyway, that one did not come through. We were on an absolutely great free pick run. That's the first one that we've dropped in a while, so I apologize for that, but we'll get back on track today. But the Brewers started out the game good. They let Miami come back and tie it up, and from there it was just kind of tit for tat all game long, and then went into extra innings, and ultimately they just couldn't pull it out. But again, like I said, guys, if you're going to go into extra innings now, it's a coin flip. I don't care how solid the game is and the way you break it down for the 9 innings, of regular play. With the way teams are making adjustments in the bullpen, with the way they're bringing up guys from their farm league, with the way that they're not going to overexert themselves right now, because they've got a lot more baseball left to play starting at the end of next week when the All-Star break comes to a close, and plus some players that are going to take a little rest that made the All-Star cut. So keep that in mind too. Some of your guys that you look to step up to the plate daily or be, in the field daily and in that lineup, and they're just not going to be there probably at least for 2 to 3 days leading up to that All-Star or to the last 2 to 3 days of the first part of the season before we hit the All-Star break. So keep that in mind for some teams that you really like to ride, where that, or if it's your team that you follow very heavily, keep in mind which one of those guys are going to be playing in the All-Star game, if any. That can make a very dramatic impact for what's going to happen at the end of this week. I told you yesterday, things are going to get trickier and trickier every single day leading up into this All-Star break. So we got to be very, very conservative about what we're doing. We want to make sure everybody that's been following me since day one of MLB season, if you followed everything I've done, you're on a premium package, and you've done it with me every day, you know that your bankroll is sitting at a very significant profit margin right now. Your ROI is incredible, but that doesn't mean that we get cocky and think the games are just easy. This is the time where we cut back just a little bit, we become conservative, and we make sure that we go into this All-Star break knowing that we can take a few days off, few rest, recharge the batteries, clear the head, get ready to start over, and we're sitting with, great profit throughout everything. So let's not get cocky. Let's stay the course, and let's make sure that we're conservative over the next few days. So anyway, Brewers did not come through, but didn't lay heavy juice, even I told you. Let's take some value into the line, put it on the run line, did not come through. That was a premium play on my premium card, and the first free play that we've dropped in quite a few days, so apologize for that one. The other game that we lost today is I had the Reds on the money line at plus 190. Yes, I knew that it was a stretch, but the Reds have been playing good, and when you broke down everything, especially the way that Cleveland's been playing, that was a very good pick. It was the right pick. Cleveland just decided they wanted to play ball today. So, again, you got to try to figure out when Cleveland's going to play and when they're not. But I wasn't going to lay anything with Cleveland. I like the play. I'd make the play over again tomorrow. So no juice laid. No harm, no foul there. But it was a loss. And then let's get into the wins. We had the Reds over 9. That was done in the 4th inning by one team. Easy, absolute blowout through the total. Nice win there. And then our top tier play of the day was the Braves. When I pushed this game out, it was sitting at right at 155, which is just a smidge higher than I like to push out. Now, sometimes we do get a few pennies over that, and we'll creep towards 160 when the time is right. I love the money line play at minus 155. I was confident in the run line play, even played it myself. But I also had money on the money line. That was the official play that I released as my top tier. Now, in saying that, and for anybody that doesn't believe me, there's a couple of trolls that love my page and love to say that they're supporters, and they're not another service. So please don't take that as me saying it's another service. They're actual people, because they comment on everybody's and think that they're a legend in their own mind. But anyway, they like to say, "Oh, you said this, you said this." Plenty of my premium guys and top tier players can comment below and tell you, for when I pushed it out early afternoon, it was sitting at minus 155. There were some people, whether they've been at work, whatever, did not get to the ticket counter, didn't get online, didn't make the phone call to their bookie early enough, and was going to play the money line. And it had jumped all the way to, some people were telling me 170, some people were telling me 180, even had 2 people tell me that their books were giving it to them at minus 190. Now, the good thing that I have is the relationship with my clients from to text me and go, whoa, we know what you pushed it out at. We know that's where it was, but this is what I'm getting, because it's 3 hours later, an hour before game time. What do I do here? And I told them, run line is the way to go. Absolutely. I love the run line too. I played it. I did have one person that was getting it right around 170, and he even said that he wanted to play the money line. But if I gave him the run line and gave him the okay, he would play it. And I told him, I said, I like it either way. Obviously, the money line is the easy bet to make, but your bankroll has to be set up to take that loss in the event that it does lose. So he played it both ways, won both ways, easy winner, another top tier winner. That's 14 out of my last 16 on an absolute tear in top tiers. And we'll get to that little package here in a second. And for my last game, and I didn't even want to push it out. So when I started breaking down my games, and the way I do it is late the night before, I break down the lines, I start circling games. Some days might have 4, some days might have 8 games circled. The next day, when more information is out there, I power rank every game and see where I think the line should be versus what the line actually is, find discrepancies, find value, and then I start doing process of elimination there, especially when I get deeper into bullpens, middle relievers, things of that nature, what lineup changes are going to be made, when official lineups are released, things like that. So anyway, the first game that I played without even looking into it for honestly more than about 10 minutes, because I didn't need to, was the Boston Red Sox. Early that morning, I looked at Boston. We were sitting just over, it was about minus 325, 330. I looked at it. I looked at the run line. The run line was sitting around minus 150, and I immediately placed a bet. And as I watched that line climb all day, I said, I'm not giving it out. This is a given. This is a given. And it got all the way, it got over 400. And a run line play, minus 1.5 at minus $1.80. Typically, I wouldn't play something like that. But this was like taking candy from a baby. So I had played the game. But I wasn't going to release it on my card because, again, it was a gimme game. This is a gimme, nor do I promote laying minus 180 ever. But I do have quite a few premium clients that don't know anything about baseball. They don't watch it. They don't care about it. They don't follow it. They don't know who's the best, who's the worst. All they know is what I send them every day. And that's what they play. So they don't know that the Red Sox are probably overall the best team in baseball, nor do they care. But because they're not following it and knowing that it's a gimme game, I decided, you know what, I'm playing it, I'm going to give it to them. And any one of them can comment and tell you, when I sent it to them, in big words, I said, be very careful with this game. Take the run line, but be very careful with what you wager because of this juice. Pay attention to the juice at minus 180. I gave it out. I don't like giving out games like that. But because of those people that don't pay attention to what's going on in baseball, and they don't have to, I'm doing the work for them. I didn't want them to miss out on some easy money. So I didn't make a huge wager on it because I don't lay minus 180 either. But I did it, and because I did it for those people, I had to do it for the rest of them, for the rest of the premium clients. Obviously, people that are just on my top tiers get that one play a day. Another huge winner today on an absolute tear. They are killing their bookies, and their bankroll is growing by the day. So anyway, I gave that out as well, a game that I didn't want to give out, but I did it just to do it. So 3 and 2 day with another top tier winner. I can't say enough about the top tier plays. So let's jump into that promotion real quick. For Thursday, all the way up until Thursday night, one-time only promotion. We've been running the promotion for $9.99 for a top tier month, which is a steal. That's $2,000 off what the normal price is for you buying a month of top tier plays. But because we're going to have a few days where there are going to be no baseball plays coming up this coming week because of the All-Star break and the All-Star game, which I will have a play in the All-Star game, but it's not going to be, some big top-tier play or anything like that. It's going to be a play because it's an unpredictable game like it always is. But I think I've already got my play. We'll dig a little bit deeper into it as time gets closer. But for a few days, that's the only play I'm going to have in Major League Baseball because that's it. So being that there's going to be a few days, I decided to take a few $100 off, and I'm going to do it for $599. That is July the 12th, all the way through August the 12th. That month span, you are going to get every top tier play that I release. This deal is only valid through Thursday. It does not include another capper. It is me only, and you are getting it for a price that I will never release again. But because of the few days off, I'm willing to do it, but you have to get it on Thursday. If you call in on Friday and say, hey, I just now saw your video, I love you, I mean it, but I'm sorry, I will not be extending the offer. $5.99, top tier plays, 1 month, but you just keep in mind there will be a few days with no plays. So, saying that, there's your promotion. Awesome deal. Now let's get into a marquee matchup. Premium play on my premium card already there. Let's talk about a pitching matchup. Kluber versus Severino. What have I said about Corey Kluber? Not impressed in the least. Cleveland, not impressed. Severino, impressive at home, on the road, impressive overall with a team that has impressed me. Now, what does this team have? They're battling Boston right now for their spot. Nobody in these two teams' shoes wants to be a wild card because they are both deserving of a top spot, but Boston is the better overall team. But the Yankees have a chance to scoop in and take it. But games like this against a team that is very inconsistent, it's a wild card themselves because you don't know what team's going to show up. And when Kluber, the ace, supposed to be one of the most dominant pitchers on the face of the planet, you don't know what you're going to get with him. Now, most people would say, oh, this is an underplay. Maybe. But here's the thing. Kluber's not going to prevent the Yankees from scoring. And Severino, if the Cleveland Indians show up and their bats do what they're capable of doing, I don't see Severino keeping runs off the board either. But I think what's going to happen is because neither player is going to overexert themselves, neither manager is going to allow it. When you look at pitching, you'd say, okay, very comparable. No, I don't think so. I think Severino he's on a different level than Kluber is for 2018. Not as a whole, but for this year, absolutely. But if this game starts the way that I think that it's going to start, and it's going to be with the Yankees trying to get their bats hot early, and Cleveland just hoping that they can get their bats hot, period, it's going to come down to bullpens. And I think that's very one-sided. Now, this line's a little tricky because the odds makers are leading you to believe that this is basically a coin flip, which it can be. On paper, this should be a coin flip. From what you see on the field day in and day out, I think one team has a very significant edge, and I think that's the New York Yankees. So the Yankees are sitting at minus 110 on the money line. That is your free play. The Yankees on the money line over the Cleveland Indians. That is your official free premium play. But I'm going to give you a lean that I want you to sprinkle just a little bit on if your bankroll allows it. Sprinkle a little bit on the Yankees' run line too, because if it really comes down to bullpens, which I think there's a very good possibility that that's going to be the deciding factor in this game, the Yankees have the upper hand, and their bats are certainly better than what Cleveland has been this year. So if you take a -1.5, you're getting plus 152. That's not a bad bet. Official free play is Yankees on the money line -110. Your official lean, premium lean, if you want to call it, something that I am also going to play for a little bit of money, is the Yankees -1.5 as well for plus 151. Guys, have a fantastic Thursday. Plays are going to be coming out earlier today. We got a doubleheader on the board. We'll see what goes on there. Going to be a shorter card today. 2-3 games max. Besides what I've already released you. So potentially 4 games. I'm looking at 2 that are already locked in. One more I'm going to dig into in just a few hours. It's very, very early in the morning. So we'll look at that when more information comes. But plays will be released a little bit earlier than normal because of some early games and ones that I'm looking at. And then we'll get geared up to start Friday. Guys, have a fantastic Thursday. I love you. I appreciate the shit out of you as always. And if you need anything, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com. Don't forget about the top tier month package for $5.99. 1 day only. You have to sign up Thursday or it is no good. Guys, I appreciate it. I love you. Drop a comment, like, subscribe. Go check out my brothers Jimmy, Jack, Derek. Jack and his freaking top tier plays are unbelievable. Jimmy's on a tear right now. Derek is on a tear right now. Whichever guy you want to sign up with, you will not be disappointed and you will make money. As always, good luck, guys.